Yo, hello everyone. The new mouse pad reveal is yeah, that's basically it. That's the new mouse pad. Also there might be some noticeable background noise. Alright, where were we? There is a printer running in the background, a 3D printer, my 3D printer. So that's why it may be a bit loud. For some reason, the printer decided to just not print well anymore, even though the settings I have are really damn good by now, but somehow they changed themselves. I don't know. Bro, what the actual hell? Also, I still have to start the server, lol. Alright, there we go. Where's my... there we go, there. Why the fuck? What's going on with OBS? Why is it always flipping down to the bottom screen? That is so weird. Oh, what new Twitch drops? Cool, cool. Alright. Oh, updating Minecraft launcher. Are we serious right now? Well, I haven't played in 3 weeks, so that's valid, I guess. Somewhat, at least. Don't know. So right now we're oh, the update's already done. Nice. Come on. In my pure Optifine installation, I still don't know why I haven't changed that yet. It would be such an easy thing to do, but I apparently am too stupid. Well, no, I'm not, but I'm just too lazy. Double add is crazy. You know what? We're streaming on different things now. We're streaming on wireless now. Oh, what the hell is going on? Why were so many frames dropped? Weird. All right. Why did it not start? Why did it crash? That's weird. Anyways, how is my print doing? Pretty good. Alright, it's doing well now, apparently. It almost crashed again. That's crazy. Alright. Oh yeah, I was building on this last time. That is in fact what I was doing. Yes, yes. I really like, actually, I've never noticed this, but the iron sword, now obviously I never noticed this because I never played Minecraft with the new mousepad, but it very nicely resembles the color of my mousepad, the iron sword. Right, so I was doing oh yeah, that's the thing. What? How many zombies? What the hell? And another one. Can we get the creeper to join? So it blows everything up, potentially. Ah yes. Creepers also don't do damage to mobs anymore. Great. How nice. Oh, alright. Where did my... Right, that's all I wanted to do. Snag that and then get back. Why? Also, why aren't they burning? Ah, because it's raining, obviously. Right, so if we look up here, this also still needs to be, this still needs building as well. I've only yet like terraformed a small part of it, but I need to also do this piece, this side. Right. I mean, yeah, the tower is like under construction. Oh, have it. Has it set my speaker, I mean my headphones to, yeah, Windows Sonic. It's Windows Sonic? What? Windows Sonic. It's actually called Windows Sonic. Ah, no, this is broken. What? Oh, come on, it's not outputting any audio anymore. Why is it not recording that? Do I seriously have to restart my game because it's not capturing audio? That is such a stupid reason. So stupid. Huh. Alright, that's working again. Yes.
Du hast gerade das Getränk auf dem Sofa von deiner Freundin ausgeleert? Kein Stress. Ein bisschen Backpulver, Essig, Mineralwasser und Geduld und weg ist der Fleck. Und wenn...
Right, nice, very nice. Now we can finally continue doing what I actually wanted to do, and that is do some detailing on this bridge here, because we've done the entire bottom part. Now we can do the top part. Do we have... I might have put all the dark oak wood over. I did not, in fact. We need a few slabs. We also though need a few trap doors. Also need a few buttons. Should be everything, and then we also should get ourselves a few spruce parts, but actually I just noticed I can't do stairs. Whoops. Because that would look weird from beneath. Except if I do it really like cleanly. Doesn't look all too bad. Now we can indeed put stairs into those, for example, like this. Like we can't do that there, but you get what I'm going after. It works. Just doesn't work extremely well. Actually, let me do those the other way around. Let's quickly go up and look at this and see how it looks, I guess. Because on the top it shouldn't actually look all too bad. Like we can, for example, do that here. And maybe here we have to. I mean, it kind of works. We also need some, like, spruce stuff, I think. For that, I have to quickly go over to the other island, because I think we have spruce stuff here. A little bit. Yep. Good. So some of these work as stairs, but not really in that orientation. My print has apparently finished. Right, so we need to quickly also make a few of those, but really only a few, because I think some of, whoops, actually let's turn that one back into a regular. Some of these would benefit from actually just being regular, you know. Actually, that doesn't even look all too bad. If we do this on some other occasions, like here, but in the right orientation, then that doesn't actually look too bad, does it? We also need another stair here. Damn. Some smart ass building techniques. No. I noticed I've never overlaid trapdoor onto anything, which is pretty crazy actually. Yeah, this doesn't look bad. Good. What the hell? I could enchant something. Technically. I don't really know if I want to though. We need, however, to put some degree of water into some of those slabs here. Slabs, I meant stairs. Wait, that's all the rockets I have left? Damn. Might put some in like one of those.
Du hast gerade das Getränk auf dem Sofa von deiner Freundin
Those.
geklärt? Kein Stress. Ein bisschen Backpulver, Essig, Mineralwasser und Geduld und weg ist der Fleck.
Wonderful. Pretty good, pretty good. So we've got that done. So all the wood is now textured. All the wooden stuff is now textured. And well, this has also, oh no, it's not been entire, it's all to the same degree been, interesting. It's all weathered to the same degree. Pretty cool. So what we need to do actually is kind of quickly go and sleep. No, it's not there yet. Great. Okay, let's farm that real quick. That was not a lot. Alright, we don't have any gunpowder, do we? That is not very nice. But I mean, I can't really do much about that. But another thing, we have like most of the port finished. Now, if I go and build whatever needs to be built above the port, then I mean I have quite a distinct like idea of what I want to build there, to be honest. Something not too crazy, pretty simple actually. Actually, let me take some netherrack and we're gonna plan some stuff out. That's what we're gonna do. Because I intend to build, like, actually let me quickly go on top of one of those trees. Right, so we can basically build on everything here. On everything that is currently like gravel, and most of the stone parts here we can build on. Right, so I want to have a house potentially actually on that edge here, somewhere here. Then we're gonna have one here that leads the path between them, potentially, maybe. Like a not too big one, just a small house, and we can have that pathway go through there. Gonna have more houses, like basically until down to the water, and then just house after house, I guess. Up here it's kind of difficult. I want to make like a ledge here or something that's maybe held up by some pillars, like diagonally from the stone, like from the wall, and then like have buildings there. But then it would make sense to have buildings here that exit towards us, have buildings here that exit towards there, and buildings here that technically exit to both sides. We shouldn't get too close with building to that here. Basically, that's probably the best way to do this. So if we plan something out real quick. Why the fuck did I just die? What? Like that was the smoothest. Like that was buttery smooth. That should have given me like at a max like 1 heart of damage. And that's a bit devious, I have to say. To be very honest. Alright, so we want the path to basically follow like a line here. The line that is given by like a curvy R line here. Then I want like a house on that edge. I want a house on this edge here. But not too big of a house. So maybe up until here. Obviously I cannot place blocks on every single one of those blocks. It also doesn't necessarily have to be a square house, right? I mean, it could be this big. That would actually not be too bad of a house, I feel like. Then we could add another house relatively close to this one. One that kind of goes off this edge a tiny bit. This one can be a bit longer. But that makes the path feel very obstructed. We're gonna make this one relatively long-ish, but end it here. It kind of has the same format as this one, actually. This is a bit of a weird... yeah, no, it might work. That's gonna be the size of that. Yeah, that should work. Now I might somewhat, you know, like I have a pretty distinct idea of how I want these buildings to look. So if I build one up on the mountain here, which I am inevitably going to do, actually, yeah, I am going to do that. Then over here we'll just build a tiny bridge. I might even, like this, if you walk through here, does that feel too obstructed or small? I don't know. This is just like a guideline of sorts. I can still make the mountain smaller or something. But if you have the path go basically here, and then into a bridge, and that should work relatively well. Now, if we build a house on the mountain, we might as well make it part of the mountain. But not so that it looks like it's been like poorly built into the mountain. Like if somebody used worded it or like just pasted it with a command. We're actually going to make this be pretty cool. I might even make this house a bit larger so this could follow the mountain a bit better. Right, basically if we do something a bit more crazy here, then we make this basically go into this wall. It's going to be a relatively large house from the inside. And that can basically go beneath the waterfall. That would be extremely fucking cool. It's going to go in there, right? So that's going to be dug out. This is going to be like the entrance somewhere here. Corner entrance would hit extremely hard. But I don't know if that makes sense. We can make the entrance like here. It's pretty nice. I want it to be like crammed, but not like so it feels weird. Technically a super small building here would hit pretty hard, but I think like a little something would go better. Like, I don't know, just small details. Then we're gonna have to make buildings further downwards. But if I quickly waste another rocket and we go back up to that tree, I think that works pretty well. Obviously this house could be much larger, but I might make it have like a hedge and a little garden instead, right? This one's gonna be the biggest building so far. Then a little bridge here. Then here we're just gonna have a random ass, like a hell of a lot of houses. This is basically like a secondary plateau of sorts. You could think of it as that, I guess. So basically you're gonna have houses up here until like pretty close to the flower, but not entirely until the flower, basically. Then like maybe up until here or something, potentially even near to those houses. That there's gonna be probably like 2 houses next to this one. So basically you're gonna have the path, the next path, the line I would suggest for this one would be like so that they meet here. So that this path and that path cross after the bridge. Like pretty soon after the bridge, and then you have that one path that goes here. And maybe another one that goes further down. Because we're gonna have like a row of houses here. And a row of houses here. And then we're gonna have that outskirt way here that goes around the village, kind of. And maybe we're gonna even build some stuff up here as well. But I kind of want to have a house with a glass roof. I think that would be extremely cool looking. Or where the waterfall just flows into the house, into like a little pond or something. That could look pretty sick. So we're gonna go sleep real quick. And I might quickly, like, or not so quickly, but I might try to mock up a little first building. Probably not the one on, like, inside the mountain. That's gonna be something for another time. But, like, the first house, I want to build that first house. I'm motivated to build that first house. So I will quickly grab myself some more spruce wood. We're definitely gonna need a lot of different types of the calcite. That's now that's the thing I'm thinking about. Would it hit hard if we have calcite buildings? Some of these could go pretty well if they're calcite. I mean, we're obviously going to have variation in this stuff. So this is not gonna be like, it's not all gonna be calcite. If you use calcite though, we might as well use some diorite. This definitely not in the edge house here, maybe in another one. Like I could see this used in like a smithing type of thing, you know. This could actually, like this edge house could, the corner house that goes into the waterfall could have something, it would make sense to have it be something either with, to do with magic or nature stuff. So if this would be like a librarian, or I don't know, a farmer would probably not really fit here. I would put the farmer further in that plateau here, and a larger, you know, like, you know, or actually let's put the farmer on that hill there, make the entire hill like a wheat field or something, and then have that be farmer. Yeah, that would work pretty well. Yeah, that should work. Now we need to grab me some. Actually, no, we don't really need anything. Probably gonna run out of stone, right? Yep, we're gonna run out of stone. Even though I actually don't need stone, I need basalt. No, actually I don't need basalt. I need what do I need? No, not tough either. I need, actually I do need that though. Potentially. We're gonna see if I need it. I sadly ran out of space to, you know, fly. But I am also running out of rockets, so that's that. We need a deep slate is what I needed. Oh, wait, though. Do we need cobbled deep slate to do this? Because I need those shingles, like, you know. Whew. Wait, we're gonna have wood, and then we're gonna have stone with either wood or something else around the edges. Copper could look pretty hard there, but I think that would make it like seem out of balance a bit. Yeah, we're gonna try if that can be stone cuts, otherwise I am cooked. Also, I should add ladders to the individual, like on some places of the ports. Shit, can't do anything with that, so I have to mine deep slates. Next, that should be an entire stack. Oh, it's raining that hard outside. I was wondering what was making those noises. Right, so we need a lot of deep slate tiles, actually. I want to make this from tiles. Now, probably gonna come back to this eventually. If I get done with the bottom part of the house at that point, right? So I want the outer walls to follow this relatively closely. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make pillars. Not that high, actually. I mean, That was extremely risky. I should not do that. Oh, there is one. Right, so that's that. Now we can remove all the netherrack. And this stuff. Good. Now we need a floor. I could do dark oak. Dark oak actually would probably hit pretty hard. Calcite would work, honestly. I am relatively unsure about this. Probably gonna do dark oak, yeah. And we need more dark oak wood. Oh, yeah, no, that was a regular block. Quickly need me to get some more of that dark oak wood. There we go. Now, now about the walls. I am not sure if I want to make these out of calcite. It's a relatively heavy contrast, to be honest. I think I might do calcite on a building that uses oak wood as pillars. We don't have oak wood right now, but you know, like if I make one with calcite, I might just want to use oak wood instead of spruce wood as the edges for the... Good. So that actually went perfectly fine. Now about the entrance, I don't really think double doors would really work on this very well. We definitely need windows. We're gonna look at the windows later. Now for the entrance, it's something that is relatively fine. Usually I do a very specific entrance style, but I don't have enough of really anything here. I might actually use those here. Well, let me just take that with me. Good. Let's place that. Now, I think I'm gonna use the tile stairs here. But like, I need the stair to be upside down. Like that. Either like this or we do this. but I think this is better. Now if we just take actually only one of those and make 2 slabs. Now that is one way of doing this. Why is it not dead yet? Alright, that is one way of doing this. The other way would be just straight up using the slab on the bottom. Actually, I like this more. Right, that looks pretty good. Now here we need most likely spruce door. Nothing too fancy. I mean, not that spruce doors aren't fancy, I really like spruce doors. Probably do all around windows. That works in this configuration, I think. Or well, this has relatively, like a relatively large opening. We might just make the windows offset so that this window is further over here and this window is just larger. Now, I don't know about the top edge, because there needs to be some sort of edge. Usually I'd use the same frame material that I used up here. Also, these need to be... these can actually be changed up a bit. Usually people use a... not actually a composter, but a... barrel, because it has a color that is too light for our for what we need. We need is probably spruce trapdoors around a spruce log. Even though that is also really bright. Maybe actually just dark oak stairs might work. That is very, like, prominent. Don't know if I like that. I like dark oak slabs. They just look like chocolate, but I can't really do much about that. But we do need something for below here, because it looks weird. It looks weird having such a big flat wall. You could either use upside down, you know, dark oak stairs. That kind of gives the right illusion. But I don't know if it's quite the right illusion. Actually, it's not all too bad. Quickly do that all around. I mean, this is also gonna be mostly, I figure, right, just so, like, for peace of mind. Because otherwise I would be triggered if I ever looked at this. A regular round stair works kind of as well. But this looks pretty decent, I think. So if we make another... Actually, now let me look at how it looks with the spruce trapdoors. Now they're too light. They are too light. But spruce trapdoors work in fashions like this. Where they're on the outside of the windows. Right, so we do need a few more of those. Now my problem with this is I usually build these houses quite tall. So usually I wouldn't put the top pillar on yet. But I think here we kind of have to, even though the windows are really low. Well, what are those guys doing here? And then there's like two ways to do this. Either we like do the bar over the entire thing, which would make it look extremely crammed. Or we go one higher. Would probably be a bit better for the overall height of the building. So we need some more spruce wood. And I'm pretty sure I ran out of all spruce wood. I might not even have any in any of those chests. That would actually be relatively likely. Yeah, no. We ran out, and this does not have a lot of durability left. I didn't look at how tall the trees are. I should have gone like for the smallest one. Oh, that is quite a tall tree. But it was the second shortest tree. I will not be able to break the entirety of this tree. I think. No, I am, because it goes down way faster than the way up. Great. I have so much like single unnecessary blocks. Where did... Mm-hmm. Do we have any more of the... Oh, damn. These... My armor isn't looking very good anymore. I should get some full mending on that. But, you know... I don't want blast protection. To be honest. Also, it doesn't seem like we're getting those saplings in. Ah, who cares? We still have enough. At least enough potential saplings. Yeah, honestly, that house looks pretty fire. Or, well, it will look pretty fire once it's done. Oh, there, yeah, that's a slab. Actually, now we have another useless slab, but at least it's a full block now, so I can MLG on this guy's front porch. Right, so now we can fill this in pretty much. I'm going to make this a relatively small window. These are going to be large windows. So is this one going to be? Exactly. And then we need to make some more of these, actually quite a lot more. That might have been too many more. Even though, actually, no. That doesn't make any sense. Too many. Alright. Now, we need a door. Let's not make a door yet. Look at that bottom part some more in the future. Maybe I'm gonna do barrels or composters. I don't know, something. Because this feels a bit too dark. Maybe just spruce. Oh wait, this is spruce. Why is this? What's the contrast this high? It's crazy. Anyway, this is pretty good looking. We can have a ladder somewhere like next to the door. Obviously, I do not have a ladder just ready. Actually, 8 sticks is enough for making 3 ladders. So I can do that. Because the roof is going to be slabbed. But I will probably make that from other types of slabs than what I have right now. Now here's the thing. I want to make the outline of the roof be relatively slabbed. Yeah, no, not like that. So we need slabs up until one. Ooh, now the question is, do we go 1 over or 2 over? I think for a small building like this, 1 over works better because this piece here isn't that big. For a larger house, potentially for this one already, I can protrude it, the entire upper roof like 1 out. So it makes the house bigger on top. Some houses were built like that. I'm not even joking. So basically we gotta go out this far on this one, so that the edge of the roof goes that far out. That means I just used 9 of those. So we need another, where the... Oh, there it is. Need another 10. Oh no, I used 10, bro. Good. So now if we take this with us, because I don't want to always go down, we see this, we can go from here. Now either we go directly using stairs, so like this. Yeah, that's most likely the way I'm gonna do it. Stairs directly. We don't only need stairs, we also need blocks, but I need quite a few stairs, so we're gonna get ourselves some stairs. Then I also need some blocks. Now the question is, can I turn the blocks into the stairs? I mean, most likely I can. Yep. Let's drop that one stick and get that. Now this works, that I've learned this from a tutorial like ages ago, and it stuck with me, kind of. It's basically just, you do this until you're like all the way up. Wait, did I do that right? Did I? Yeah, no, it's always block on stair. Yeah, no, that is right. So if I quickly whip up the entire front side. Now then, the way you end the roof is, this is currently a 2 gap. So this is going to end by me placing 2 stairs in this orientation. That should not have happened, because now I can't get up there anymore. At least not normally. Haha. So that's how that works. That's the end of the roof. Now do that on the other side. But I guess you can figure that that just demolished quite a lot of shit. Only one. Oh, interesting. There must be more on that side though, yeah. Any more? Nah. Alright. Good. Back up and we do the other one. Right, we need for this one to only 2 blocks? That's crazy. And I can turn the other 3 into stairs. Well, we're gonna need more stairs than that. Block 1, 2, block 1. Need one more stair. Perfect. Good. So that's the outline of the roof, pretty much done. I don't know if I want to leave those flat, but I'm most likely going to leave those flat. Now, the question is, do we do the inside of the roof recessed or flat? And again, this is a really small house. So I might as well do it flat with the roof. Just from a different type of stone. Now, what different types of stone are there? There's still like cobblestone and, you know, like the regular stones, these stones. And there's brick blocks, and there's like the very dark stone, like black stone. But I think to go with the design of the stairs is a pretty good choice. Yeah, no, that's not what we want. But let me look at this. It actually looks pretty sick. Yeah, no, two out would have been crazy. That would have been too crazy. So now the real question is, do we recess it or do we not recess it? There's also like a semi-recessed way to do this if we just make everything like half, like one step off. So basically you'd start on nothing here, but you'd start on a stair here. That would be one recessed actually. No. You'd start on nothing here, but you'd start on a block here and a stair here, so it would be one downwards recess instead of one inwards. That actually probably looks better than the other option of not recessing it or recessing it like inwards entirely. But then again, we could also just use a very dark wood, but this is already pretty dark, so I figure we gotta lighten things up a bit. So I do have quite a lot of this. I'm gonna turn like half of it into slabs, because stairs I mean, because on this you do actually only need as many stairs as you need bricks. Actually, I should have used a cutter. That would have gotten me like a million times more of each. Who cares? Basically, we start on stone here. No. Wrong. You can do all this in slabs, but that's stupid. I mean stairs. That would be dumb, because then I couldn't fit the inner wall to it nicely. Now, there's always a stair and then a block, so it's gonna be very nice for the shader bugs. But this works really well. Works pretty well. Need a bit more of this stuff down here. Yeah, that works. I mean, it's really light, but maybe that's a good thing. How about actually we put some of this stuff away that I don't need. And I take some more of that stone. Gravel, I don't really want to use gravel, but like cobblestone, regular cobblestone should work pretty well for this as well. Yeah. Let's go back up. We're gonna do a few pieces of everything. There are indeed mostly cobblestone stairs, and we might as well go for some rare irregular stone stairs, and then these can be at least half of those. Yeah, that should be pretty good. Actually, let's make some of those stairs. Good. Up on the roof. Good. We remove random. We replace with random. Come on. I'm actually not sure about this one. Now the uppermost edge of this one is pretty much just gonna be rounded off. Like this. And we have a roof. Some detailing on it. Looks pretty good. We go other side and do the exact same thing. Now I already ran out of cobblestone stairs, so we're gonna work more with the blocks. This is actually wrong. We need blocks first, not stairs. Like a block here and a block there probably works pretty well. Then we do a regular stone block. Fill the rest with bricks. Go up one. Place maybe knots on the exact opposite side. Maybe here. Brick, 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 brick. And why not a cobblestone stair? Then we start on something else. Let's start on a mossy. Do 2 of those. Make a regular cobblestone. 1 of those. Maybe another mossy one. We do pretty much clean stairs. I ran out of stairs. Well, that's great. kind of didn't calculate for there being 2 rows of stairs top directly. Nice. Extremely nice. We're gonna go for another single mossy stair. A few more of those. And maybe another cobble stair. I'm not even gonna be able to fit all that. How the fuck do I get up there now? Regular stair and cobblestone block. Good. I said this, then stairs like that, and then the one last mossy. Pretty good. Pretty good. Actually, I should probably most likely add potentially 2 slabs to each of these sides. There's the slabs, 2 slabs. I think that could work. To stack myself up there, that's actually crazy. Stacking in building is so pre-Elytra. Oh yeah, that really finishes it very nicely. Gives us the overhang as well. Good. Now we have that, and now we need to fill this space in. Also, I need a line at the bottom through here. Kind of, because it looks weird. Or maybe it just feels like it looks weird. Now this has to be definitely made from a different wood. I'm not sure whether dark oak fits here or if we should go farm some oak wood. Or if I just stick to the spruce, I might as well just stick to the spruce wood. Let's see if this works. Now realistically you can, you know, make a window here if you want. I don't know if you would want though. Also we need a floor. That's definitely gonna be oak wood. Not making a dark oak wood floor here. But let's see how that looks. It looks extremely weird due to those blocks here. It's pretty weird. But we can't really hide that. And I don't want to replace those here. With anything. only thing I can think of would be making this a stair, this a block, and this a stair again. And I kind of want to try that out real quick. If we add a stair here, then we can remove the block behind this effectively. Turn that into a block, and then have that be a block. Then have that block be a stair again, and then another stair. Now that makes the roof weirdly jagged, but that actually adds a pretty cool effect to it. That looks pretty sick. And we can have our perfectly wooden end. I think that is a win-win, and I will quickly do that for the other side as well. Sadly, I do not have all the options here. Nope, block. There was a mossy block on the other side, so I, you know. Get their stair. Good, nice. Now we do that on this side. We can mossy, we do mossy, and then I ran out of fucking stairs again, and I have no stone cutter again. There we go. Perfect. That was quickly a lock-in moment. That wasn't. But now we have this side. It looks very nice. Don't know if we're gonna switch those woods up. But if I make the interior from spruce, no, not spruce, from oak, the interior upper walls from oak, then we might not be able to do that. I quickly need to grab me some oak wood actually. Which we probably do not have, yeah. Great. We do have oak. We just never use it. Alright. That's kind of the thing. Oh. More spruce saplings. But there's still one missing. Oh, an apple. There you go. Nice. Rare there would have been another one. I guess I can plant that here. Now I'm actually running out of rockets. This is my last firework rocket. Well, it does look pretty cool. It looks pretty cool, I have to say. You're gonna obviously change and mix and match all the different styles of, you know, wood I can get, but also all the different styles of roofing I can do. Because, well, that's like basically what I gotta do. Right, another slab. Well, yeah, we're missing that one here, obviously. Which, this can be a trapdoor. Now, I'm again not sure whether we're gonna do both sides open, or if we're gonna, or how we're gonna do them open. I actually do not know what looks better. On the outside, probably neither looks good. I mean, also, the view from this window is much better. Obviously, there's gonna be buildings later. Yeah, probably gonna make the upper half so we can see the mountain. We're gonna fully close that one off. Looks pretty much free of any detail. That's crazy. Now we do the single spruce door. Actually, do we want the recessed spruce door? No, I don't think we do. But what we could do would be the nicer door frame option with a stair instead of a 4-block. Oh, but then that doesn't work. So we have to do it from the inside. That doesn't actually look all too bad. How does the rear-sided window look? Actually, that looks so nice that I kind of want to do it on the other side as well. You know what? Just gonna do it. Can I please fucking go up that ladder? We could even do like a crazy ass window. I have something in mind here. I need glass. I'm not sure about the door still. I mean... Nah, this works. We're gonna do that. Gives it a bit more detail also than we have. Let's just step on in front of the porch. Good. Now, I don't have any... ooh, do I have sand? That's the question. Because I might not even have sand. And without sand comes no glass. Ooh, I do have sand. Oh, quite a lot actually. Good, we have a lot of bones. That's pretty good. Do we have any pre-made bone meal already? No. But I mean, not like I gotta do a lot of that. Right, so the goal is, or the idea is to make whitened glass panes, like white stained glass on every single one of the windows, and on the top windows on the top window I want to do something else. I wanna I don't know what color actually. Can we see the house from here? Is it possible to see it? It is possible to see it, and it looks pretty cute. I mean, when the details are in place, it's hopefully gonna look pretty nice. At least that's the idea. Like, the main point is that I want to add a window, like I want to make a, like kind of, I want to make the opposed, like there's a window here, then there's one here and one here and one there, like there's 4 glass panes, and I want to make the diagonal glass panes different. So basically they're all going to be white, but 2 of the white ones are not going to be white, but actually like, I don't know. Are we serious? I just... Why do I have so much garbage? I don't need a single oak slab. Why do I have a oh no, that makes actually total sense. We want the doors. We want the doors over whatever the hell. What was that one? Like get it. We need another type of dye. I hope 16 is enough. Otherwise, I have that stuff with me. But what other colors could I do? I mean, technically, I could do an undyed color, uncolored window, but I am not sure whether that would look good or not, because well, just because. Would it look good? We do not know. It could potentially look good, but maybe not. That's what I'm unsure about. Pooh. Difficult ass question. You know what? Let's just go with what I have currently after I've slept. And then we quickly see maybe it's just gonna be actually just visible what color we need. Maybe, but that's pretty unlikely. Maybe just a transparent one works. I mean, I'm just a fan of white stained glass because I think it's just... I mean, yeah, it's obviously, it makes everything bright as hell. But I think it works better. Oh, actually we did run out of the glass. I'm also not sure in what direction I want to stain them. So we do one here. Did I not take my crafting table up with me? Ah, god damn it. Right, we're just gonna do another batch of white ones and then a batch of regular glass panes. And now we do that. Do we mirror it or do we make it the same? We make it the same. Basically what this is mirrored technically if you look at it that way. Yeah, that's exactly what I was going for. So now we have the center crossing and it kind of looks like it's like glaring. I don't know if that's makes sense, but it kind of looks pretty cool. Nice. Do we need that single glass? Not really. Now we have this. I will obviously do a lot of stuff to this house so that it looks a bit better. Starting with, I need to make more trapdoors. And the question is, does it work if I use the same type of trapdoor as for this? Not really, does it? Dark oak trapdoors look like fucking chocolate. Because I want to make like a flower pot beneath those. Also, I don't know if we should only do this for the top ones. Yeah, actually let's only do that on the top ones, because there it would work with the same trapdoors. Yeah, on these ones it works. I need another 6 trapdoors or so. We need 2 bottom, 2 side, 2 front, and another 2 front. So that's how many we need. Why do I keep flying down the fucking... we break out here after we've placed those two. Then we go back in, break out again, place that, break that. Actually, I could have just taken the dirt blocks I need with me already. But where would be the fun in that, right? Now we fix the wall and go to the other side where I've placed the trapdoors too low. Too low. I mean too high. Now we need 4 dirts and then we plant shit on there. Actually, moss works as well. But I'm not sure whether most flowers work on moss. That is the issue I'm having here. Whether that works. So we're gonna see if I have any flowers. I don't want to use the new flowers. You know which ones? Why did I look in the furnaces for flowers? I don't want to use the flowers that open at night. Don't I have any flowers? The eye blossoms, exactly. Actually, I've just now realized that technically instead of using what I did use, I could have just used flower pots on top of something. What I did would make more sense for a bushy type of flower, which sadly does not exist, and I don't know whether cherry blossom saplings work in this manner. Because if they grow, I am well and thoroughly cooked. And they might be able to grow. And like, I would try how it looks, but I don't even know how a cherry blossom sapling looks, so... Can we get a cherry blossom sapling real quick? Place that somewhere. That is pretty majestic, I have to say. Get some cherry blossom saplings here. Also, I need like 4 of those. Yep, that's 3 and 4. No. No, I have 6. I'm double idiot. Now the question is, do these work on moss? Ooh, they do. Then I'm gonna grab me moss because it just somehow looks better. 4 moss blocks, perfect. New problem. I need another. Now how does one get these up there? Oh, that looks pretty cool. I hope these do not obstruct the view too much. But honestly, this is a villager house, so I wouldn't mind about that too much. No, that actually totally works. If you step on this, it works really well. Perfect. Now obviously we need like, I don't know, stuff. Exactly. We need light sources. Lanterns don't work here because we can't hang them, except if I make the corners full blocks, which would technically work pretty well. Or we make a center. There is no center. There's no center in either direction, so the center is 4 blocks. Damn. But I feel like this is already giving some pretty good vibes of how I want to continue the rest of the buildings. Obviously this is relatively unfinished. We need a lot more texture. I might even like make the bottom row from actual barrels because it might look pretty good if there is texture in it. Then we definitely need some sort of like, I don't know. If you went really crazy, I could build like slabs into each corner and then have candles on there, but that would be a bit over the top. Right now this looks pretty good. Just can't forget that I want this to be in the mountain. Yeah, I should hopefully remind myself of that. But that house looks pretty sick. This house is like like a pretty standard house. I might make another one that has what are you gonna do? Now he's not gonna be angry anymore. Oh, he is. Actually, he shouldn't be anymore. Man, I didn't want to kill you, bro. I didn't want to do it. Anyway. Pretty cutesy house. Oh my god, is that a wandering trader? What does blood sell? Only mid stuff. Flowers, but who needs flowers? Right, so I need these because oh, so many resources. Mm-hmm. Just putting those there because I have no other use for them. Right, actually maybe we can look at this. I wanted to do that. I wanted to look at it with... Alright, vibrant shaders are pretty... Oh, wow. Yeah, they are pretty. They're also pretty laggy if you look at water up close. That's what I call bloom, man. Everything that glows, glows really hard. If we can get it to run smoothly for a few seconds. Not. What's bro doing up there? Alright, that house looks actually pretty good. Obviously I want to do like maybe have posts with lanterns and stuff like that. But yeah, for now we're done here and Blood's going crazy with it. Anyway, there's like one house built. Next time I might build more houses. I might also just not build more houses. Maybe I'm also gonna build on that tower over there. We're gonna see. But yeah, I'm going to see myself out. And I'm gonna see everyone in well, next week. Tomorrow we're actually going karting again, so yeah. Charging all my batteries and stuff. Yeah. We might make a video from this potentially. I actually have no idea if the others are taking their GoPros with them. If they are, that could turn into a video. If not, then well, not, I guess. But yeah, thanks everyone for having been here, and I'll see you all next week at some point. If not, then on Saturday. Well, they'll probably most likely just on Saturday. Yeah. Yeah.